You're 28. You finally get a salary bump. You feel like you made it. So you upgrade the car. Bigger payment, longer loan, zero down. It feels like progress. Fast forward 5 years, and your savings account still looks like it did at 33. If that scenario makes you uncomfortable, good. Because that's exactly how one bad financial decision quietly steals an entire decade from your life. My name is Zenfolio, and I spend way too much time thinking about one bad financial decision can set you back 10 years, but you can recover and keep moving forward. If you're someone who did financial struggle, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Most people think financial setbacks come from catastrophic events. Medical emergencies, recessions, job loss, but more often, it's one emotional decision made at the wrong time. It's just one purchase. I'll recover. Here's what most people don't realize. Time is more powerful than the mistake itself. 37% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. That tells you something important. Most people don't have margin. Let's break this down. Real numbers include all the numbers on the number line, like these. Imagine instead of investing $500 per month at age 25, you could have. You delay for 5 years because you're paying off a $30,000 car loan at 7% interest. If you had invested $500 a month at a 10% average annual return, you could be a millionaire. The historical long-term stock market average shows that by age 35, you'd have about $97,000. But if you start at 30 instead, by 35, you'd have around $39,000. That's a $58,000 difference in just 5 years. Starting at 25 could lead to about $2.3 million. Waiting until 30, that drops to about $1.4 million. One 5-year delay costs you nearly $900,000. This is where it gets really interesting then. The car didn't just cost you $30,000. It cost you almost $1 million in lost opportunity. The psychology behind it. It all starts in the brain, shaped by subconscious influences, like emotions, past experiences, and environmental factors. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I deserve to enjoy my money. Of course you do. But here's what's happening psychologically. Thoughts lead to actions and emotions, all interconnected. There's something called present bias. We overweight immediate rewards and discount future benefits. A nicer car today feels more real than financial freedom at 45. There's also lifestyle inflation. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, spending rises almost proportionally with income increases for most households. We don't build wealth, we upgrade expenses. It's not that people are bad with money, it's that our brains are wired against long-term thinking. I had a friend, smart, ambitious, earning 6 figures by 30. He leased luxury cars back to back for 8 years. Always said, I'll invest seriously later. At 38, he finally ran the numbers. If he had invested those $900 monthly lease payments instead at 8%, he would have had over $130,000. Instead, he had memories and depreciating metal. That's not judgment, that's math. Now, you might say, it's just 5 years, I can catch up. Yes, but catching up requires doubling your effort. To make up that 5-year delay, you'd have to invest nearly twice as much monthly to hit the same retirement number. And most people don't increase contributions. They just hope. Hope is not a financial strategy. So how do you avoid the 10-year setback? First, shift your mindset. Second, create a solid plan. And third, take action daily. Delay major lifestyle upgrades by 12 months. If you still want it a year later and can pay cash, reconsider. Automate investing before upgrading anything. Raise your investments first. Spend what's left. 1. Calculate opportunity cost before every big decision. Ask, what will this money become in 20 years? Build a 6-month emergency fund. Financial margin prevents forced bad decisions. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth isn't built by massive breakthroughs. It's protected by avoiding massive mistakes. One impulsive decision at 27 doesn't feel dramatic. But compounded over 40 years, it's life-changing. You don't need to be perfect with money. You just need to avoid the decisions that set you back a decade. Be intentional. Be slightly uncomfortable today. so future you doesn't have to work 10 extra years. If this made you rethink even one financial decision, hit subscribe. Because sometimes, avoiding one mistake is worth more than chasing 100 opportunities.